It's God's own on the bit.
God's own killing me with his sound. I go repeat it for you. Baby, don't stop. Now you be my bus stop. Beauty, there's no life without you, girl. You are beautiful. I build my world around you, girl. You make my dreams come.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back with a sewing tutorial. So as you can see right here, I started off by applying my got-to-be glued on my wig cap. I used a wig cap that is almost similar to my own skin tone. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm using this hair from Laki hair. They sent me 3 bundles of hair and a frontal. All the hair details will be in the description box down below. So first of all, what I'm going to do right now is I'm gonna put like some markings with a black pencil or eyebrow pencil just to know where my frontal will be ending. I'm gonna go ahead and start sewing around the markings, and I'm leaving enough space. I don't want my frontal to go towards my face too much, okay? So I'm just leaving some space for just in case, okay? This space doesn't really matter. We can always sew the bundles on it. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab my scissors and trim the back because we don't need that bit there. While I'm doing this, obviously I'm sure you can see that the glue is still there, the got-to-be glue gel. So I'm leaving the wig cap to dry because you want it to be completely dry before you can trim off. So I had like some big cornrows on my head, okay? So the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this weaving net. I bought it from my local beauty supply store, and I'm just gonna start sewing this at the back. Mind you, this can be difficult if you're doing it all by yourself. Like I didn't even know what I was doing, but you know, I had to manage all right. Okay, so that's all the remainder from the weaving net. Like even I only used like a quarter, I think. And the next thing that I'm gonna do is, in order for me to sew down my frontal, it was difficult for me. I tried all sorts of things, it couldn't work. So I decided to sew some thread. You can actually use elastic band if you prefer, but I had to use my thread. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start trimming off the excess wig cap because it was completely dry, so that's good. So you see the purpose of the thread that I used. I'm gonna tie it at the back, like make it, you know, snug. No, don't make it too tight. All right. So that's why I said you can actually go ahead and use an elastic band. So right now what I'm doing is I'm gonna start by sewing down my frontal. So when I did put my frontal, I did measure it from the front where I want it to be. Okay, you can see that I did leave enough space for it to sit on. All right, on the wig cap. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that my frontal is all laid down. Okay, so what I did here, I did just the normal way that I do my normal frontal from a wig. I started from one ear to the middle of my head, or went to the other side, started from the ear to the middle or top of my head, like towards the crown, and then I just had to tie the two threads together and trim it off because I wanted my frontal to lay down completely flat. And I'm just going to trim off the excess thread, so you see my frontal is well secure on my head. And I'm just going to go ahead and do some braids. I'm gonna go ahead and start sewing the wefts at the back. Okay, and I'm using the Brazilian body wave, and so from the nape of my head I was doubling the wefts. I think the first two bundles I did double the wefts, but as you go towards the top or the crown of your head, you want to make sure that you don't double the wefts in order for you to achieve like a normal flat, a flawless flat sewing. Okay, so yeah, at this point I was just like struggling. Okay, I used to do this back in the day like so good. I was so good at doing my own sewings, and to think that I never even used the net. I would just do my sewing like, you know, I used to wear all kinds of sewings, curly hair, local beauty supply store. But yeah, the struggle was real. I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? But I had just to keep going. Okay, so yeah, as I go to the top of the head, I was, like I mentioned, you don't have to double your wefts so that you can achieve a nice flawless finish. At the top you don't need any bumps, and I was using the folding over method. You guys, I did not cut any wefts. Just gonna attach the last piece of the hair together with my frontal, and I used like 2 1/4 bundles. That's all the hair that I used. I didn't use too much. You see, that's the thing about doing your own hair. Okay, if I was doing it on mannequin, I would have used like 3 bundles, the whole 3 bundles, or even 4 bundles. Okay, because I'll be seeing what I will be doing, but the struggle was real. Okay, so I'm just gonna attach the last piece together with stitch it together with your frontal so that everything blends seamlessly, and then you cover all the gaps. Okay. Okay, so that's all the hair that's left, so you can actually see that it's actually looking okay. I think it's looking full already. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my got2b glue. You can use the white one if you prefer, but any will do. And I'm just gonna apply it, leaving a little bit at the front of the wig cap, you know, just to make sure that frontal lays down nice and flat. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my got2b glued spray, and I'm also going to use my blow dryer, and someone has to disturb me like all the time. Okay, that's how it is. So the next thing that I'm going to do right now is I'm going to use my powder just to personalize my lace, and I'm going to start from one side to the other. Okay, you want to lay down your frontal in stages. You don't want to do it just at once, just in case things don't turn out good. You need to do it bit by bit so that you make sure that every part of the frontal you've touched is completely laid down and it's already secure on your head. And just as well, I'll be using my blow dryer to speed up the drying process. Okay, before you lay down your frontal, you guys, you need to make sure that the got to be glued is a bit tacky, because if it's not tacky, it's gonna mess up your frontal badly. You want to make sure that it is a bit tacky. Okay, so as you can see, I'm laying my frontal bit by bit. I'm not just going in all at once. Okay, trust me, this will help your frontal lay down properly. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use my red toe comb just to make sure that my frontal is laying down flat. And I'm just gonna trim off a little bit of my baby hairs. Like this time I did not even personalize this frontal because I didn't have the time. Yeah, I didn't, you know, do all that thing. So I just wanted a little bit of some baby hairs, and that's it really. You can see the hair looks fuller despite that I used 2 1/4 bundles. And as you can see that right there, the parting looks so natural because of the wig cap that I used. I did not even have to use any powder because it's actually blending with my own skin tone, so there was no need. And I'm just gonna go ahead and apply my wrapping mousse just to define the parting. And I'm gonna go ahead with my curling wand just to make sure the parting stays put. Okay, I'm gonna go and do my baby hairs. Like I said, I'm not going overboard. I'm just gonna do a little bit, you know, just to make it look nice and flawless. Next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and apply my argan oil. You can actually use any serum of your choice, and then I will definitely try to curl this hair a bit. I did not curl the whole head, okay? I was just gonna, you know, curl a little bit, you know, because I didn't have time as usual. Okay,
close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase.
and yeah, so this is it guys. The hair is completely done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to thumbs up this video, you guys. Let me know your thoughts on this sewing. Also comment, rate, share and subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.